Why do I get spam not addressed to me? How spammers do it, and what steps you can take. Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com, where I've been dealing with spam, well, since before 2003 when Ask Leo started. Spam has been around forever, it seems, but I've been answering questions about it since then. Let's have a look at today's question. Why do I receive junk emails not addressed to my specific email address, but to several subtle variations of my address? Why do these emails get delivered to my address when they are not addressed specifically to me? And how should I most properly dispose of them? Spammers use a variety of techniques to basically get their junk into your inbox rather than your spam folder. This is an example of one of those. They are sending email to basically lots of different email addresses. They're just scattershotting all the email addresses that they can think of. They may not even be real email addresses. That's probably why you're seeing all these different variations on the to line, because they're just trying all the different variations on a theme. I have seen spam that starts with, Leo at some domain name, Leo A at some domain name, Leo B, Leo C, and so forth. That's referred to as a dictionary attack. Those are basically trying all the different variations that they can find that might make sense to put in front of the domain name that they happen to be targeting at the time. It's very common. It's very ineffective. In that they end up sending a lot of spam that goes nowhere because all of those addresses don't exist. But for those that do, hey, they've successfully delivered a piece of spam into somebody's email address or email inbox. But the issue here is that your address didn't show up in the list at all. It would be like my getting that list that I talked about with my email address, Leo at, not showing up in the list, but all the Leo A's, Leo B's, and Leo N's and so forth showing up in that list. The answer there is really, really simple. We were BCC'd. BCC'd is a way to do exactly what we've just seen. Send an email to someone without putting their email address in the to or the CC lines. The BCC line is never included with the email, so there is no way to know that the email went to this other email address. BCC stands for blind carbon copy, or in some circles, blind courtesy copy. But there's rarely anything courteous about it when it comes to spam. It is simply a way that spammers and others can send email to someone without including their email address in the actual email. So what that means, of course, is that you may not be the only person who got this email. You may not be the only person who got this email and weren't listed on that to line. Spammers actually try to reduce the number of people or number of addresses that they include on a to or CC line, because when you have a large number of them, like say hundreds, then the email is more likely to be filtered as spam. It's more likely to not make it through. Whereas hiding the emails that are being sent to, and indeed there could be hundreds of BCC'd email addresses on the message that you got, is less likely. It still is a mark against it, but it is less likely than having all those email addresses on the to line. The problem, of course, is that when you are BCC'd on an email message, you have no way to know that you were BCC'd, other than the fact that you got the message and you weren't listed anywhere. There is no way to find out who is BCC'd on an email message that you receive. Ultimately, there's actually nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to prevent this from happening. This is a very common spammer technique to get email into everybody's inbox. The only thing you can do, and the thing you should do, is when you find spam in your inbox, regardless of how it got there, mark it as spam. That's it. Mark the email as spam, and over time, hopefully the email filter that you're using will be smart enough to recognize that, oh yeah, this guy thinks that email that looks like this is spam, so I'll just throw it into the spam folder instead. That is the best you can hope for. That is what's in your control, and that is what you should do. Hope that was helpful. The article for this one is askleo.com/11244. You'll find some related links, updates, and comments over time. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.